There he is.
So if I'm like looking at you right here.
Yeah, you should just build it. Turn it back on him, Justin. Yeah, there you go. Which back towards him? If you just
The
want,
mic?
yeah, just the mic itself, so it's not in your face.
Is that good? All right.
That's pretty good. Yeah. Well, are we recording? How's it going, dude?
It's going well. Man.
Well, thanks for coming.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, all
How
right.
are you doing with the after eating all that hot sauce?
I'm doing good. Hold on, Justin. Pause it for 1 second. I feel really good after eating all that hot sauce. Can we pause it? We're had to start over. All right, dude. What's up?
Not much, man.
Well, thank you for coming.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
First of all, you want to tell people who you are for people who don't know.
Yeah, I'm Farmer Nate from Covington, Kentucky.
Farmer Nate. Farmer Nate is a hot sauce distributor, maker. I don't know exactly how to say it. What do you craft hot sauce maker?
Yeah, I guess craft hot sauce maker. Yeah,
Dude.
I don't really have a term for it, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I know that I am. I'm feeling pretty good after trying those sauces. I know that I was. If people watch the footage beforehand, I was sweating a little bit.
Yeah,
I was in a little bit of trouble there for a second, and I thought I was like, "Oh man, I made a mistake." But then I was good, dude, and it wore off pretty quick. It's not like a life changing consequence. It was just a little hot, and now I'm in a good mood.
yeah. It gets those endorphins.
I forgot how high you get from hot sauce, though.
Yeah.
What's it called? Capsaicin high, right?
Yeah,
You said that earlier.
Capsaicin high, yeah. Like, you know when you get tattooed and you start feeling all like real good? That's how it is with capsaicin. It's capsaicin high.
Yes, it's very similar to a tattoo. Now that you say that, I'm feeling that. Like I just got like a mild buzz.
Yeah.
Like I did all of them too. Like I did all four. If you guys should do all four, if you want. I'm gonna take those home, dude, and be slapping those up. It's been like I've had you booked for like a month now, and because I usually book these far out, but like every time I go to the grocery store, I've been needing hot sauce, and I keep like, all right, I'm just gonna save this $5 for right now. I'm just gonna save this $10, and I'm not gonna spend it because I know that I'm gonna get some good craft hot sauce after a while, and then I'm gonna, I don't know. So I just haven't bought any in a while. So my palate was clean, and I was, yeah, dude, I was really into. I liked them all, but the one that stood out for me was the curry jalapeno. It was fucking fantastic.
Amazing on rice and chicken.
Oh, dude, yes, with some like pineapples, some green peppers, or something like that. Dude, throw a little aromatic garlic in there, a little onion. Dude, that'd be fantastic.
I need to get like recipes. I've been slacking on it, but I've been wanting to like figure out cool recipes to use all of my sauces in.
Yeah.
And then make like little recipe cards. That just reminded me of that.
I mean, a recipe card would be good for like when you send them out for people, but it would also be cool if you made it yourself or had a chef make it, and then you have someone do it with a camera and do you like a little social media clip where you're like, Farmer Nate's hot sauce is good on this. Instead of the picture, you got like the whole.
Yeah.
It's an ad in itself.
Yeah.
Definitely. Just you making the rice up and shit.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, bro.
I can probably just set up a tripod and camera.
Literally, dude. I was telling one of my buddies last night because he said he's gonna start vlogging, and I was like, dude, for about $1,000 is what I paid for my camera rig and gimbal and light, and also I got the microphone, and I got 1,000 wrapped up in all that. But dude, it's so handy. It's small. It fits in my bag. It's a fucking GoPro. You can take it anywhere. It's
you
like
can use it with pretty much anything.
Very versatile as far as like, you could definitely, if you have a couple of lights, like a couple of those little ring lights, on tripods over top of you cooking, you won't be able to tell whether you're in a studio or your fucking kitchen at home.
Yeah. Well, I'm a photographer's assistant, and for a while I was like pushing really hard to do photography and videography, and I still am, but Farmer Nate's is kind of taking my focus from that. So I have all of that equipment. I have lights. I have a pretty nice camera.
Yeah, like a DSLR
tripod.
and stuff.
Yeah. So I have it's Panasonic GH5.
Oh,
GH4. I mean,
dude, those are some of the best like for video and audio, video and camera work.
Yeah,
for sure.
So I have the gear. I don't want to say I'm lazy about it, but I'm just like, my focuses are so many other places that I'm like trying to, figure out what is the most important to do. But I definitely need to start making content like that.
As a one-man band, dude, I'm sure it's hard. I mean, I was like that for a long time until I moved into this space and started having, like, obviously Chris and I going into business, and then counting on other people, like my friend Justin here, to work on the cameras. It's like for so long I did everything by myself, and it was exhausting. Now I'm blessed to have a couple people in my corner that I had to let my guard down and trust. And You know, it's like your integrity, your brand is out there, your face is on it.
Right.
It's like it's hard to just let other people
Your
take the
baby.
reins, dude. Yeah.
But I think with other people, you'll have much better ideas to like bounce off each other,
Exactly,
and
dude.
like you'll be surprised when you get something like, oh shit, why didn't I think of that?
You're surrounded by other creative people too if you're in that business, bro. So you probably you're probably sitting on a ton of content already that you just got in your subconscious that's just cooking.
I do, yeah.
I bet.
I just haven't put in the time to make it happen.
Yeah, and it takes time, dude. It's
Yeah.
it's a process. It's like Rome wasn't built in a day, you know.
Right.
But I could see that with your drive, dude, and the kind of quality that you're putting in, the care you're putting into your business here. I think you're gonna go a long way. I can see that happening.
Appreciate that.
I'm
Thank you.
serious, dude.
Yeah.
I can feel the vibe.
It's still like crazy when people tell me that, because I'm like, it hasn't hit me yet. It hasn't hit me that I'm in stores and that I'm like doing something that a lot of people can't make it. Like I've made it to a point in this business where a lot of people wouldn't be able to make it to.
So they didn't
Still
try,
hasn't,
maybe.
Yeah, but it still hasn't hit me. I'm like,
It might never hit you, and that's a good thing, because then you don't want to you don't want to preemptively celebrate.
Right.
You're not where you want to be. Once you get nationwide or whatever it is that your dream is, then you can celebrate.
Yeah.
You know, don't be wowed by it, bro. Fuck it, just keep going. Be numb to it, because at the end of the day, that's how the 1%ers are. That's how the people who are successful generation after generation, that's the attitude that they have.
Yeah.
They're just like, fuck it.
I'm not gonna. I mean, I celebrate. I'm happy. Whatever. I don't know if I celebrate, but I'm happy with where I'm at. But I mean, yeah, like you said, my goals and visions much bigger. So I'm not celebrating the small wins.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, exactly. It's like good to be happy and just be cool with where you're at, for sure. But becoming complacent is easy, man. There's so many honeypots, and like you can get to the point where you're like, okay, I'm beyond what I was making at my regular job. I'm beyond that point, so this is good enough. And it's like, maybe for some people, but maybe not.
Yeah.
Maybe it's 10x.
And, I think I don't struggle with it, but sometimes I'm just kind of like, man, I don't feel like pushing anymore. I don't feel like trying, but like I snap out of it real quick.
Yeah.
I have a bigger vision than anything I'm doing right now, and there's only one way to get to it, and that's by not quitting.
Yeah, by pushing through.
Yeah. As long as I keep doing it and going, I don't have to be perfect every day and every week, month, a year. But as long as I keep going and doing it, it's gonna happen.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's about just the consistency, and that's key, bro. Consistency. People see you over and over again, and they might not get it the first time, or they might not the first, but eventually they're like, oh shit, and then the line grows, and then they start seeing your face and your brand in other aisles and other places throughout the store and throughout the internet, and yeah, dude, it's snowball.
Yeah,
it's gonna happen, dude. It definitely it can. It happens for people all the time.
Oh, totally. Yeah,
dreams are reality these days. It's easier than ever.
Yeah, social media and all of the people, and you're one text away from, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like a friend can text a friend about whatever, and they find out about you.
Yep, exactly. Yeah, next thing you know, that there's another dozen or 100 or 1,000 people from that person finding out about you.
Yeah,
you never really know. The process is the process of businesses, especially small businesses, is so cool for me. Like I support the fuck out of that, because like at the end of the day, even though I'm making content, it's a small business too. Like I'm in the happiness business, if you will. Like I make a little bit of money here and there off different. I'm monetized through Facebook, and I'm monetized through Spotify, and like I'm getting close to being on the brink of being monetized to YouTube. I think by the end of the year, maybe next year, and things could happen faster. I'm just snowballing, but it's like I could start to see the light at the end of the tunnel for like getting out of my 9 to 5 and sort of having this stream of revenue be full time, and even employing other people and giving other people things to do. And it's awesome, bro. Like I'm right with you. Like I got a big dream, and I'm not quite happy, even though everybody around me is like, dude, it looks sweet. Things must be great. And I'm like, nah, it's okay. It's okay at best.
Right. Like, it can be much better.
It can be, and it will be much better. You just have to keep your eye on the ball, for sure.
Yeah. It's hard to do sometimes.
No doubt, bro. Life will get you. I had a bad day yesterday. But I woke up today, and I'm fucking coming in here fucking dick out swinging, and I'm ready to have a good time.
Me and my wife just bought a house. So the past 2 weeks we've been moving, and like that's where my attention has been. So I haven't thought much about Farmer Nate's. And I'm kind of like, oh my God, I need to get back to it.
Yeah.
So
Well,
But,
cool. I
yeah.
hope this was a good experience to
Yeah.
like, bubble farmer Nate up a little bit. And I hope that people at home check out your sauces, dude, because this shit is fucking fire. Like quite literally, it's like, I know I said the devil's come earlier and I meant that. I just, dude, I mean,
I take that as a compliment.
no, it's fantastic. As soon as I tasted it, that's the first words that came to my. I thought devil, and I was like, and then I think I came when I tried the hottest one, so I was like, devil's come. Just as a comedian, that's just how it works, Your brain and your body morph into one thing, and you. I'm sorry, I'm a psycho. I was doing other voices and stuff.
Dude, I'm not funny at all. So props to you for being funny.
Dude, I'm just loose. I try to just let myself I just try to not care. And I'm not funny sometimes. Like I'm still not like fully comfortable being myself sometimes. But when I get there, I really appreciate it. And that's what drives me to want to be on stage more and write more and be silly and do like the podcast thing. Because it feels so good when I am letting myself be my best self.
Yeah.
And have fun.
Totally. That's like life advice.
Yeah, straight up. Yeah, seriously. I guess it is in a weird way. Like, do you like do positive affirmations or anything like that?
I do.
Yeah.
I always feel silly when I do it.
You do the internal ones though?
Yeah, I mean, I mostly just thoughts. Like, I just think to myself, like, okay, this is gonna be a good day. I usually start off and go to sleep by like being thankful for things. So like I'll go in my head and I'll be like, I'm thankful for this. I'm so thankful that I have a wife that loves me every single night.
Yes,
I'm thankful
gratitude.
that I have, so I think gratitude's what, I guess, my like, self, whatever.
Like your self-conscious or like your self-awareness of what you appreciate. I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
I know what you're saying. I'm the same way. I think gratitude is like one of the biggest parts about it. Like if I know it kind of seemed like what I was saying before wasn't like that I wasn't grateful and I don't want people to think that I'm not grateful for where I am and I'm sure you don't want people to get that idea either. Cause that's definitely not I don't think what we were trying to say, but
we just want more.
Just want more. Yeah. And there's nothing wrong with that, but the gratitude, when you think that way, it brings more in. And I know that sounds weird, but it does. It like brings more in when you're like, everything around me is great. It's like the universe is like, guess what? Here's this too. Here's it just starts throwing greatness at you. And like, if you know how to maintain that and not self-sabotage, which is an art in of itself, then I think you can navigate the waters of life, man, and really do it. But I was trying to circle back around to something else. What were we saying just before that? We're talking about being funny. We were talking about
like, you asked me if I practiced self.
Oh yeah, I'll tell you one that I do a lot, and I'll share this. I just love this one. But I get it, self-affirmations. Yeah, but I get it from this woman named Abraham Hicks, which is actually a woman named Esther Hicks. But she, this is gonna sound crazy, and I don't even know if I believe in it, but I definitely like the positivity that I got from this particular self-affirmation. But it's basically like this woman who believes that someone else is speaking through her, named Abraham, who's like an older soul that's thousands of years old. And she does like big seminars for like a lot of people. It's popular out in like Sedona. You know where that is? It's Arizona? Like in Arizona, where all the crystals and all that shit. That's where all that shit originates from. Is like that spirit. It's like a spiritual land. But anyway, she does this one, and it says, "I am abundant," It's something about I have abundance. Life is good, and I'm always getting what I want. Life is always working out for me, and I'm always getting what I want. That's one that I do for myself all the time, especially if I'm having a bad day. And it's almost like I get to trick myself into like rethinking about it, even though you don't want to deal with it. Like that's a thing with problems. It's like we don't want to deal with them, so that's what makes the rest of our day bad because we don't deal with it. But if you like go back within and you like reanalyze it, even though it hurts right there in the moment, I think you can like kind of release it then, and so it doesn't fuck up the rest of your day. It's almost like when you have a negative thought, if you try to stop it right then at the core instead of like letting it build up all day, it's like trying to like pump the brakes on a Prius versus like trying to stop a train from coming down a hill. It's like it's been building for so long that those negative thoughts and those negative energies just fucking pile drive you.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, but it can be a reasonable blow, and it's one that you can get used to and kind of get past as long as you can like reaffirm yourself sometimes.
Yeah. I think it's important to like look at the tough things that you don't really want to look at. And I mean, today's world, it's like super easy to turn on TV and forget about them, you know?
Yeah.
So I think when you take that deep, like when I smoke weed, I get really paranoid, and not in like a bad way. Well, I guess it used to be in a bad way, but like now I try to use it and like think about the things that I don't normally want to think about when I'm sober and distracted, and and it helps me because I'm more comfortable with things in my life that aren't going how they should be, and
Yeah.
I maybe have figured out a way to change that.
Makes you like hyper aware.
Yeah, yeah,
For sure, dude. That's the thing I respect the most about people who smoke weed only on occasion. I respect it because it's like something that's not. I don't think it's meant to be done all the time, but I do it way more than I should. But like when I wait for a while and then I go back in, like I'll quit weed, like actual smoking flower for like a couple weeks or something, and I'll just smoke dab pens, take an edible here and there, and then when I hit the weed again, I appreciate it. It actually does make me like paranoid, and like I go into that psychedelic state, and that's what it's meant to be. It's like when you're constantly microdosing it all the time, like I do, I'm just like sedated and relaxed, almost like a fucking functioning alcoholic. I feel like sometimes, like versus like the people who do it on occasion and they actually get something out of it still.
Yeah.
It's fucking beautiful.
Definitely, yeah. I mean, even though I get paranoid, I still like it because I try to use it for my
It's self-serving.
advantage. Yeah,
Yeah, it's a good.
Like with mushrooms too, same thing. I mean,
yes, dude.
I don't know. For me, I actually just watched you and Andrew talking about mushrooms on the episode with him.
Yeah, I have had one bad trip before.
Yeah. I've had one bad one, but I mean, for the most part, man, I usually take a deep look into things, and I like it.
Yeah.
I come out of it with a new perspective.
It's a medicine. For me, it's a medicine. So my understanding of mushrooms is fungus is the oldest living fossil. We have a fossil that's over 300 million years old, and it's a fungi. So that's the oldest living species of anything that we know that breathes air like we do on the planet. And it breathes in air and then puts out carbon monoxide, just like humans. Mm-hmm. So I know that we're somehow related to fungus for sure. And if you think about the Mario Brothers, I'm just kidding. Don't talk. We're not going to think about Koopa right now. But that's an interesting fact. But they decided to write that in there. But I think all those dudes were high that were making those video games anyway. But I think that mushrooms are like an elder, like an ancestor to all of us. And I think that they're holding knowledge because every person who dies, like, we have like carbon footprints and we leave them in the earth, and the mushrooms redigest that and then puts us back out into the earth and the trees and the flowers and the food and then like, that's why it's a cycle, because the fungus, and dude, under our feet there is like 10 times more mycelium than soil. There's more fungus on this planet than anything in the world, dude. So the fact that some mushrooms can kill you, some can heal you, and some can give you psychedelic states, just tell me that these things have had more time to adapt than we have, and they're obviously giving us some sort of information. Yeah, dude, they were here before us, and they'll be here when we're dead. So I want to try that shit out while I'm here. That's what I'm saying. I don't want to make like too complex of a thought about it. It's kind of simplistic. I fuck with it. Like, I like them, bro. Like, for sure. On occasion, like, obviously.
I do it like once, twice a year.
Same here. Yep.
Actually, this past year I haven't, but before it was like once or twice a year.
Yeah.
I'd usually do like an eighth.
Something like that. Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah.
See, I haven't did a macro dose in a while. I've been more into micro dose in the last few years, just especially since I had kids, working full time, trying to podcast and do stand up. It's like my hands are so full all the time. Right. I like to go over the edge and just do like a little cap, and it just makes me feel cool and sociable. Yeah. Almost like alcohol sometimes. Yeah. That's fun to me, but I haven't had like a weekend with the guys or like a fucking I haven't been able to do that in so long that like I need it. I probably could use a good like DMT trip or like a good fucking 3-4 gram mushroom dose, be in the woods with my gang and just have fun and explore my own reality and mortality. I need that.
Have you ever done DMT before?
I have.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm scared of it.
I was scared of it too. I think I would try it again now. It's been a few years since I did it. And at the time, the last time that I did it, I said I would never do it again. But I think I can get something out of it now because I've grown as a person and I've heard a lot more other people's experiences about it and shit. But the last time that I did it, it was really intense. It was during the pandemic. And my buddy Justin, my cameraman, he was actually with me at the time. And we did it together. But I did it first. I was like, I'll go in first because he had never done it, but I had done it a time before. And I was like, I'll go in, we'll talk to the spirits, and then I'll come back and I'll watch you while you go in, because you actually are sedated for like 10 or 15 minutes. Yeah. Like, it's almost like you really passed out. You're kind of out of your body. So I was like, you want someone there you can trust to watch your body for you while you leave into the spirit realm or whatever it is that you believe is going on. So anyway, I smoked this stuff. I'm out of my body literally, and I'm in space, and I'm like all of a sudden talking to like this really dark energy, and I don't know what it was. It didn't have a face or anything. I'm just kind of like in blackness and in space, and like everything's like kind of drippy and wet, kind of, if you will. And I'm asking this thing questions like, why is everybody sick? What's going on? Why is the world going crazy? Like, what's wrong with everybody? And it's not telling me anything. So I'm starting to like be in a panic because I'm not hearing like words, so I can't like attach them to emotion. But then like out of the blackness, it's like a old film reel. All these like images start being projected to me, like volcanoes exploding and like nuclear power plants going off and like people like breaking shit and like humans just destroying the fucking planet. And it's showing me what we're doing to the planet and like the whole cycle of life, and it all eats itself and then fucking implodes. And like it showed me all of this, bro. And then I like snapped out of it. I don't know how long I was out. How long do you think I was out, Justin? A couple minutes? 2 or 3? 5? What do you think? About 5 minutes must have been. Who knows how long
did it feel?
Like a year. I mean, I felt like I was never going to come back. That was scary as fuck. I was in the blackness, dude, of like talking to like an evil entity that was like, you fucking fucked yourself, but it wouldn't say it verbally. And then this is the part that tripped me out. Is like this fucking asshole. I come out of it and I'm like, I tell him, like, I give him my trip report, and he's like, listen, man, they don't speak regular words like people. And I was like, what the fuck are you talking? What authority are you? What authority are you on the fucking spirits of the universe? He's like, they don't use language like we use language. I was like, shut the fuck up. What are you talking about, John? It was funny. He hit me with some like cryptic wisdom, and I wasn't expecting it. You know what I'm saying? And it snapped me back into reality though, because I was able to like laugh it off. Yeah. But yeah, dude, it was intense to say the least. And I told myself, I was like, I'm done. I threw it down the sink. I had like a gram of it left, and I was like, maybe the toy, I don't know, but I threw it away, and I was like, I don't want to do it. After he did it, I was like, I threw it away.
Yeah, it scares me. There's this podcaster, or I guess he's a comedian too, but he did salvia.
Yeah.
On a podcast. He said that he felt like he was living a different life for 6 months. It was only 2 hours. He was high for 2 hours, but in his self-conscious, he was living this whole other life for like 6 months to a year.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Well, this is my theory, if you will. What if like these drugs are like wormholes or like spiritual portals into other realities, and then boom, you hit it, and then you shoot over to that one, and your consciousness can only maybe go to one at a time. And that's why sometimes when you wake up and you go to sleep, you feel like you are in a completely different person, and you have to tell yourself that everything's going to be okay because you're kind of out of place.
Yeah.
There could be
I get
multiple
this
realities
sometimes where I'm like, I wake up, I'm like, this doesn't feel right.
It feels weird. It's almost weird, too good sometimes, or sometimes it's eerie. Does that make sense?
No, totally. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
like the mood is set for you when you wake up.
Definitely. Yeah.
The world is already set. The stage is set.
I think it's possible to be able to like travel to other, alternate universes or not universes,
like
but
jump dimensions.
Yeah. Jump dimensions. Yeah.
I think so too. I think that's what happened with me when I used to be a rapper for years, like from the time I was 14 until the time I was like 24, like a decade of my life. I made all these albums. I thought like for sure this was like my thing, and it just wasn't. And like I had to like kill that old person off, right? Like do psychedelics, like fucking become a man, have kids, fucking quit school, and fucking go into business for myself. I had to do all these things and go on this crazy journey. And then I ended up meeting a friend who was a stand-up comic. And then I was like kind of like at the end of my rap career, and things weren't going very well for me. And like I went and saw him, and he was just such a cool person off the cuff, and I never knew he did stand-up. And I was like, oh man, if this dude who's just like a regular person just like me, we work the same job, we're just like smoking weed together. I was like, he's doing all the same shit I'm doing, but somehow he's able to get up on stage and do all these shows and make all these people laugh. I was like, I'd like to try that. I was like, because what I'm doing is not what I want to be doing, but I know that I like performing, and I like being like a public figure, but I don't know quite how that like formed and like fit into my life. And then, yeah, dude. So it was like just the journey. I don't know. I went off on a tangent there. I forget what the fuck point I was even trying to make. I'm sorry.
No, it's good. No, it's pretty crazy when you like look at how you get to where you're at.
Yeah, that's
like,
what we were talking
how
about.
did
Jumping
how did-
realities.
yeah,
Yeah. It's almost like as if it's almost as if I woke up and I was just here.
yeah.
Every day it's like that. It's like I
Yeah.
don't quite remember the journey, but
Right.
I have like a subtle memory of
Yeah,
it.
you get glimpses and pieces.
Yeah, but is that any of that real?
No one will ever know.
I know. And then when you die, it's like fucking. I hope we come back.
Yeah, like reincarnation. I believe that that's not impossible.
Yeah.
I believe in reincarnation. I think more than I believe in like heaven and hell.
Mm-hmm.
But or maybe they're all hand in hand. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe the heaven and hell are kind of like metaphors for when you're here, based on, what's going on and what
I
rock
think
you
we're in
landed
hell
on.
right now.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Yeah.
We just we sucked the devil's dick earlier. I know that for sure. You had to shake hands with the Lord after this. I'm gonna have to go to church after drinking your hot sauce. It's so hot that I feel like
I should take my hot sauce in church.
I had a profound religious experience.
That's good. That's what I want to happen.
Yeah, dude. You gotta open people's minds with
Yeah.
this shit,
You're
dude.
gonna start a cult.
Dude, the third eye hot sauce, bro.
There you go.
There you go. That's a new flavor. We're gonna have to work on that. People are just calling me left and right tonight. It sounds like a door. This is how you get into my life. You have to call me. Welcome to my world. Hello. We've been going for an hour. Well, that's with there's probably like a 10 or 12 minute segment in between where we were just sitting over there talking.
Time flew.
About 20-minute chunk of podcast. I think we got a pretty good amount of stuff that I can piece together, and we'll have a pretty good show. I really like talking with you. I got carried away. I felt like we kept talking for like an hour.
Got kind of deep and philosophical.
I know, dude.
I
Hey,
liked
you're
it.
a cool person, man. I actually, I enjoyed this, bro. So, do you want to tell people at home where they can find your sauce? That way they can follow you and your brand and your journey.
Cool. Yeah. So all my social medias are Farmer Nate's Sauce. My website's farmernatesauce.com. And from there, if you're like in the area, Northern Kentucky, Cincinnati, on my website, you'll be able to find like a page with all my retailers on it. So you'll be able to go buy in stores, or you can buy online, whatever works. But yeah, give me a follow and I might follow back.
You guys check out Farmer Nate's. He might follow back.
I
You
might.
never know. All
I
right.
probably will.
We appreciate you for watching this tonight. Justin, we appreciate you being behind the cameras as always. You guys subscribe to the Patreon, subscribe to the YouTube, hit that like button. Thanks so much for watching. Peace out.